19 participants.
Yes, and there'll be more. They
Yes.
So many students
Exactly.
actually come late.
Yeah. Some maybe
Yeah, see,
have
there's already,
another things to
I
do.
see
Yes.
two more students coming
Yeah.
in.
We have
So
22.
yeah, well,
Yeah.
yeah,
Now we can start our class. We have
yeah.
exactly 9 a.m. EST.
Okay, the class
And
has already started recording.
okay, you can start recording. We will start
Yeah,
our online class in few seconds.
yeah, the class is already recording.
Okay, thank you.
So, some more students coming in.
Hopefully, the participants will increase with time. But anyway, we have to start our class now because it is scheduled at 9 a.m. EST.
Yep.
So I
Okay,
can start.
I'll go ahead and turn off my screen and my microphone, and you can go ahead and get started. I'll just be admitting students as they come in.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, sir, for your kind cooperation.
Have a great time, Dr. Shahidul.
Thank you, Sir Edward Lambert. I really appreciate your support. So, my friends, today I will introduce an alternate idea of recognition, which you can accomplish by publication of your work in a recognized media. Recognized media publication is very interesting, fascinating, value-adding, as well as challenging. Let's get started with this fascinating journey. My name is Dr. Mohammad Shahidul Islam. I work for Atlantic International University as an academic advisor since 2013. So far, I have supervised more than 500 students in different disciplines at Atlantic International University in fulfilling their academic dreams. So, Atlantic International University has educational direction to accommodate UNESCO 2030 goal to sustainable development in its educational activity. Your intended research publication is in line with UNESCO 2030 goal number 4, that is quality education. Your publication in a good journal or media will ensure inclusive and equitable quality education and promote lifelong learning opportunity for all, because it will give you recognition and will help your fellow researcher in acquiring quality education as a reference. Today's talk will be but not limited to the following topics. First, we will talk about your publication journey. Then we'll talk about what is journal publication. Then we'll talk about why journal publication. Then it will be followed by journal publication of your research work. Then we will talk about how we can support you in organizing your journal article. Then we will discuss how to write an article in a scholarly format for journal publication. Then we will talk about book publication. Then we will discuss about patent accomplishment. And after that, we will talk about Atlantic International University publication aid to its student. Then we will review to publish journal articles to go through the detailed content. And finally, we will end up with conclusion remark. And after that, the floor will be open to you to put me questions. I will be more than happy to address few questions from our respected fellow participants. Now, my dear fellow friends, today I will introduce an alternate idea of your research work, that is publication of your research accomplishment in a journal. Many fellow students are afraid to publish their work in a journal or other media. They think it is tricky, but in reality, it is not that much tricky at all. Many of you may have written later to your friend or partner. There sometimes you describe a story. Similarly, a journal article is like a living story. There you describe accomplishment of your research work from beginning to end in a structured format. in scholarly way. Are you ready for it? Let's get started. Now let's talk about what is journal publication. A journal is a collection of articles and is published periodically throughout the year. A journal publication is a scholarly publication containing articles written by scholars, professors, and other experts. Journal focus on a specific discipline or field of study. Unlike newspaper and magazines, journals are intended for an academic or technical audience, not for general readers. Are you ready for it? Let's get started. Now let's talk about why journal publication. Since journal publication is not so easy, so it is good to know why you are going to accomplish it. Most journal publication are peer-reviewed publication. It means your journal article has been reviewed and ratified by expert in your subject areas before publication. Once this is done, your journal article constitutes authentication to be accepted by scholars worldwide. Journal publication is important in both engaging in professional communication and advancing scientific knowledge and improving human life. Publishing article in journal can give your work visibility among other researchers in your field outside of your immediate circles of contacts and colleagues. Journal publication can make your work more discoverable as they are already been read by circles of interested readers. Your published journal article constitutes solid basis to be referred by future fellow researchers. Are you ready for it? Let's get started. Now, let's talk about journal publication of your research work. Before journal publication, you need to compile and write up your research work compatible to a standard journal format. This is very important. Before doing that, it is good to answer few relevant questions like, are you interested in publishing your work? Are you organized to do this? Do you have experience in reviewing journals in the area of your interest? Can you write your final thesis in research format? Do you want international recognition or acclaim for your research work? Do you want your research work to be referred by fellow researchers? Do you want worldwide acceptance of your research work? Do you want to increase weight of your CV by incorporating your research outcome? Do you want to be a competent candidate in finding a job in the area of your interest? Do you want to be a qualified researcher? Do you want to create an impact in your area of interest? If answer to some of these questions are yes, you are a qualified researcher to publish your work in a journal. Now let's talk about how we can support you in organizing your journal article. First, you have to write your journal article according to a prescribed format. For this, you need to review few journal articles in your subject area to understand the suitable format. Ensure your article aligns with the chosen journal's guidelines and format. Then what will be the content? Adapt your thesis content to fit the journal article format. Focus on most significant findings and contribution of your work. Pay special attention in research in results and discussion section because these results and discussion section will act as an antecedent to be accepted in a reputed journal. Then you have to submit your article for evaluation and review to a chosen journal. The journal's editorial team will evaluate and review your submission. Then you need to be prepared to make any necessary revision based on the feedback you receive. If the revision is okay and your article is accepted for publication, you may need to pay article processing fee or article processing cost. If your article is accepted, you will need to pay article processing cost directly to the journal. This cost can vary from maybe 50 US dollar up to 1,000 US dollar depending on the journal. Note this article processing cost is a standard practice in academic publishing and is not a requirement by Atlantic International University. It is solely managed by the journal. Then your work will be published online. Once accepted, your article will be available online. Then you can use your published article as a reference in your CV and highlight it in your list of accomplishments. Our team at Atlantic International University is here to assist you throughout this process. We can help you organize your manuscript and submit it to the right journal for acceptance and publication. Now, let's talk about how to write article in a scholarly format for journal publication. This is very important. Please pay attention to this section. Writing a journal article can seem daunting, but with the right structure and guidance, it becomes a manageable and rewarding task. Here is a step-by-step format to help you structure your journal article. Follow this blueprint to ensure your paper meets the standard of academic journal. Especially journal format varies from journal to journal. To be specific, you need to review the author's guideline and journal specific format to know the exact format. Today, I will introduce a general format to you, which is acceptable in most journals. First, you need to write a title. For this, craft a clear and concise title that reflects the essence and integral notion of your research. Then you need to write down authors' names and affiliation. List all authors involved in research, including their institutional affiliations. Many of our students cannot write clearly authors' names and affiliation. This is very simple. Just review a published journal article and follow the format, how they write down. First, you need to write down your name, and then you need to write down your institutional affiliation. If you study in a university, you can write down the name and address of the university. If you work for an organization, write down the organization names and affiliation, and underneath you need to write down your email address. And that's it. It is very simple. Then you need to write down the abstract. Provide a brief summary of your research, including purpose, methodology, and key findings. This abstract section need to be between 150 to 300 words, not more. Then you need to write down 5 keywords. Identify 5 key terms that are central to your research. By tagging these keywords, a finder can find your article. Then you need to write down introduction section. Introduce your research topic, its significance, and the objective of your study. Cite roughly 10 to 20 references in support of your scholarly argument, which constitute relevance of your work. Always end up introduction section by inserting the aim and purpose of your study. Then you need to write down the problem description section. Describe problem your research addresses. This section need to be 50 to 150 words. Then you need to write down research objective. Clearly state the objective and goals of your research. Write down 3 to 5 points. Each point not more than 15 words long. Then you need to write down materials and methods section. Detail the materials and methods used in your research to ensure reproducibility. And then you need to write down theoretical background. Discuss theoretical framework and existing literature related to your research work. Then you need to write down results and discussion section. This is very important. Results and discussion section is usually the heart of your research article. The more nicely you will write your research and discussion section, there will be more chance to accept your article in a recognized journal. Present your findings and discuss their implication in context of your research, question, and objectives. Use graphical presentation of your results and discuss with logical interpretation. You can also insert tabular presentation and discuss accordingly. Then you need to write down the conclusion, summarize your key findings and their significance, and suggest potential direction for future research. So end up conclusion by writing potential direction of your future research. Interesting to your readers. Then you need to write down acknowledgement section. Acknowledge individuals or organizations that support your research. Then you need to write down list of symbols. If applicable, provide a list of symbols used in your research. Finally, you need to write down the references. Include all references cited in your research. And please write reference according to the specific journal format, because every journal have its own format to write down references and refer these references in your text body. So review the journal guidelines and write down the references according to prescription of that journal. And formatting guidelines will be like this: use a 10 to 12 point font size single space text, aim for a length of 8 to 12 pages. This is roughly equal to 3,500 to 5,000 words total for a standard scholarly article. Remember, now I am showing you few journals where you can consider to publish your work. We have collaboration with few journals, but few journals don't have, but it doesn't matter. It is you who will write up your articles, and it is you to decide where you can send your article for evaluation and review. But keep in mind, send your article to a suitable journal where you think your work will be acceptable. But since now we are helping many students to submit their work in a suitable journal where there is high chance to get accepted. For example, we have collaboration with Current Trend in Engineering Science. It is USA-based journal. And we have collaboration with European Journal of Applied Science, and we have collaboration with Scholar Publishing. And Scholar Publishing have journals in different disciplines, for example, science, social science, and business and economics disciplines. And if you go by us within these two journal, for example, Current Trend in Engineering Science or Publishing, there will be high chance to get your work published and accepted and as well as published. And our students enjoy discounted article processing cost in this journal, and the discount can be from 50 to 75% of the actual fees. Then we have established collaboration recently with Academia, Journal of Scientific Research, but they have longer review process. If you go by us to content in engineering science and European and Scholar Publishing, we can publish your work within 2 to 6 weeks. But if you submit your journal article to Academia Journal of Scientific Research, maybe waiting time could be 1 to 3 months.
Dr. Shahidul Islam, can I ask a quick
Yes.
question?
Yes, of course.
Can the students write on any topic from science to sociology to legal issues to anthropology to business? Are there any limits?
Yes, it could be in any topic. There is no limitation. It could be from science, it could be from social science and humanities, it could be from business and administration, it could be from religious affairs. There is no limitation about the topics. Students are free to write whatever they think they are capable to. So students need to show up with their capability and have the courage to write up something in structured and scholarly way, which is compatible to be published in a journal. It is very important. So I think every student from Atlantic International University have capability to write up a journal in their area of competency. So I encourage every student to write up at least one journal, and we will help those students to publish in a recognized media. This support we can provide from Atlantic International University. And thank you, Dr. Edward Member. I was waiting for these types of questions. Thank you.
Thank you. I love your answer.
Thank you, sir. Then, yes, we have collaboration with Archive of Business Research, Advancing Social Science Research, and British Journal of Health and Medical Research. Then we have also collaboration with Transaction on Engineering and Computer Science, and Discoveries in Agriculture and Food Science. We do not have collaboration with American International Journal of Humanities and Social Science, but we recommend you to review the journal and send your article for evaluation and review. Their review time may be from 1 to 3 months, and cost for publication to these American International Journals of Humanities and Social Science is a little bit higher. They usually charge $400 to publish an article, but if you are from developing country, they can offer you to publish your work within $300.
Dr.
Then,
Shahidul Islam, there's a question
yes.
from Maureen. Do you want to take it now?
We will address question at the end of presentation.
Okay.
At the end of presentation, we have at least 20 minutes time to address questions from our respected participants.
Perfect.
Thank you, sir. Then we also encourage you to submit your work in different impactful journal. For example, Humanities and Social Science Letters. It is USA Journal, and impact factor is 0.172. Then you are encouraged to submit your journal in International Journal of Innovative Research and Scientific Study. It is USA-based journal and impact factor 0.203. Then we also encourage you to submit your work in International Advanced in Economic Research if you are from business and economics disciplines. And this journal has impact factor 0.2. So you are free to submit your article to any media for review and evaluation, but this is our recommendation. And yes, if you have capability to write an article, first think about where your work would be acceptable. Then follow their format and submit your work to the chosen journal. Then you will receive the review and evaluations. And we help many students now to organize their work, to submit their work, and get accepted. So you are free to submit your work wherever you would like to. But if you need help, please don't hesitate to knock us. We will be happy to help you out. Now I'm showing about book publication. Some of our students have noticed that they have capability to write up their book for publication. This is very interesting and encouraging to our students, and it is very interesting to us as well. If we can help you to publish a book to a recognized media, we would be more than happy. For the book publication, you need to organize a book. First, you need to craft a title that reflects your book content, and you need to write down the dedication. You can dedicate your book to the sweet memories of your beloved one or acquaintances. Then you need to write down forward, preface, summary of your book. The author, it could be barely 1 page forward. Then you can request your friends or seniors to read your book and write up a forwarding letter in favor of your work. Then you need to organize your book content. And first, you need to write down the need and driving force for documentation, why you have written up the book could be interested to your readers. Then you need to develop book content from beginning to end. Unlike journal article, book is not limited or stipulated by any length. You can write down as many pages as you like to, as long as it is logically valid and scientifically stable. Then you need to write down the key messages of your book to the intended reader. So this is good to write up the key messages of your book to the readers in precise and concise format. Finally, you need to write down the conclusion of your book. Here are a few recommendations. Kinley Direct Publication by Amazon and Lambert Academic Publishing does not cost anything. You can publish your book to this media at free of cost. Now I am discussing about patent accomplishment. Few of our students have the courage to discover something. If you discover something, it is good to get patent of your work to get royalty in future of your invention. There are few steps for patent accomplishment. First, you need to understand your invention and disclosure. Understand and disclosure what you have invented. This would be the first step. Then second step, you need to explore the patentability search a format of patented article for your own review. Then you need to file an application for patent. For this, you need to browse your chosen patent authority and fill up the application. Then you need to compile the patent drafting, draft your own patent text. And after drafting, you need to fill the patent application, file your patent application to the chosen patent authority platform. Then after that, request for examination, you need to request, you have to request to examine your claim patent. Then you need to address the responding an observation. For this, you need to prepare to answer the observations from the patent authority. Then grant of patent, if your work is accepted, then you can enjoy the patentability right and get royalty as admissible from the beneficiary or customer within the covered area. And US patent can cost more than 30,000 US dollar, and European patent can cost more than 6,300 euro. And if you can get accepted of your invention by a patent authority, Atlantic International University can subsidize you with partial these types of facility Atlantic International University can provide to you. Then I'm discussing Atlantic International University publication aid to its student. We provide editorial help and financial help to our students. And within the editorial help, we provide motivation. We provide information. This includes need, benefit, and quality assurance. Then we help you organization and writing up exactly what we are doing by conducting the online classes and seminars, where we clearly inform you how you can organize and write up your work for journal or book publication. Then we help you choosing right publisher to publish your work. Then we help you with submission, and we also help you to get your work accepted. And we have collaboration with few journals. If you go by us and submit your work, there will be a high chance to get your work accepted in a reputed journal. And Atlantic International University provide you financial help, and Atlantic International University credit article processing cost from your tuition fees. This works in this way, like if you have an article accepted to a journal, and if that journal article processing cost, first you need to pay article processing cost by your own to the journal. Then after publication, you can inform Atlantic International University. Then Atlantic International University will credit your article processing cost from your tuition fees. This effectively means your intended journal publication while you are a student of Atlantic International University does not effectively cost you anything. This is how we provide a financial help to our students when they publish their work in a recognized media in the form of journal or book. Then before conclusion, I would like to show you a published article to go through the details.
Hello, Dr. Shahidul Islam. Are you there?
Yes, I am
Okay.
there. I am trying to share something. Yes, the screen is visible.
Yes, it is.
Okay, the screen is visible. It's good. I was trying to search the things that I would like to show. Now we will review two published journal article to go through the details content. This is good way to show our student how a this journal article looks like and how they can organize their work accordingly. First, you need to craft a title. For example, here two journal was published under the same device, so the title was like this: Sustainable Treatment of Emerging Organic Pollutant, Endocrine Disruption Chemicals from Water and Wastewater. This was the first article, and the second article was Role of Atlantic International University Online-Based Distance Learning Education System to achieve UNESCO 2030 goal towards sustainable development. Then after title, you need to write down author's names and affiliation. For example, we have written down the author's names first, then affiliation. This is very simple, but we have published more than 30 articles at universities. none of our students could write down exactly the author's names and affiliation. I don't understand why is they have the caliber to write a whole journal article, but why they do a mistake to write author's names and affiliation? I don't know. But it is very simple. So review an article and consult how the author's names and affiliations look like, then organize your article accordingly, and it should be not any problem. So I have published more than 30 articles from our students, and in every cases, I have to edit their authors' names and affiliation section to fit with the journal's guidelines. Then after author's names and affiliation, you need to write down the abstract, and here is the summary of your work. Then after abstract, you need to write down the keywords. Write up at least 5 keywords, which are central to your research. By tagging these keywords, a finder can find your article online. Then you need to write down introduction section, and introduction section always start by introducing some interesting sentences which can attract the attention of your readers. For example, here we have written up sustainability means to meet the present needs without compromising our future generation to meet their own. It is rather a short statement, but it has broad and prolonged implication in our use here. Then you need to refer at least 10 to 20 references in support of your scholarly arguments. For example, here we have referred many references, and how we have written down is depicted in these articles. You can review these articles to get a proper knowledge to write up your own article. Then always end up writing introduction section by writing aim and purpose of your study. For example, here we have written up aim. Aim of this study is to optimize process variables, including spurger size, to introduce right load of ozone for emerging organic pollutant as well as endocrine disruptor chemical mineralization. Then we have written down what was the purpose of our study. Purpose is to deduce flexible, reliable, and effective treatment method by incorporating the ozonolysis technique. Then you need to write up the problem description section, write up the problem your research project or research work faces. Then you need to write down the objective of your study, write up objective in 3 to 5 points, and each point should not be more than 15 words long. Then you need to write out materials and methods section, write up the materials and methods you used in your study. Then after materials method, you need to write up the results and discussion. Divide results and discussion section in different paragraphs and write a caption for each paragraph and include graphical presentation and logical interpretation to come up with.
Dr. Shahidul Islam, I don't know if we're seeing the correct slide, but right now we see the publications and some things in your file folder. Or do you actually have a slide up?
No, this is a file I am showing.
Okay, we don't actually
This is
see the file. We only see we don't see the file. We just see the file folder.
You don't see the file.
No, I see there's a comment in chat that someone says we're not seeing the correct, it looks like we're not seeing the correct file.
You are not seeing now. You are seeing the file
No,
or not?
you probably have to stop sharing the file folder and then start sharing the document, the application for the document. Here, let me go ahead. I'm gonna stop this sharing. And that'll allow you to just go ahead and choose the document that you're seeing, and then share
Okay.
that one.
Okay.
And a lot of students are asking for the presentation at the end. Okay, we
I
still
will. I will introduce all the students.
now we see your file folder with file 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
But
But
now,
if you open that,
now
I
you
think
are showing.
nope. We see the file folder showing the different files in your file folder for publications. So I think you're going to have to just open up your PDF and then share your PDF application.
Okay, it would be done.
I'm going to go ahead and stop this sharing. Do you see your
Okay.
PDF? Do you see your PDF file open to share?
Yes, we see our PDF file open now. I can reshare.
Should be the Adobe
Yeah,
Acrobat. Let's see what you have.
and now you show me.
Sustainable treatment of emerging organic pollutants.
Yes, yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Okay. Good.
Okay,
Perfect.
okay. So sorry for inconvenience. So I am showing you this documents again. Now we will review two published article under the same DOI to go through the details. First, you need to write up a title for your articles. Here, for example, our title was like this, Sustainable Treatment of Emerging Organic Pollutants, Endocrine Disruptant Chemicals from Water and Wastewater, and Role of Atlantic International University Online-Based Distance Learning Education System to achieve UNESCO 2030 goal towards sustainable development. And after the title, you need to write down the author's names and affiliation, write down your name and affiliated institution, which is relevant to you. Then after the author's name and affiliation, write up the abstract, and it is the summary of your work. And then after the abstract, you need to write up the keywords, write up at least 5 keywords which are central to your research. Then you need to write up the introduction section. Always write up introduction section by introducing some interesting words to attract the attention of your readers. For example, here we have written our introducing sentence like this. Sustainability means to meet the present need without compromising our future generation to meet their own needs. It is rather a short statement, but it has broad and prolonged implication to our ecosphere. Then refer at least 10 to 20 references in support of your scholarly argument. Here we have referred many references, and by reviewing this article, you can educate yourself how you can refer references support of your scholarly argument in your own articles. Then always end up writing introduction section by inserting aim and purpose of your study. For example, here we have written the aim. The aim of the study is to optimize process variable, including spurger size, to introduce right load of ozone for emerging organic pollutant as well as endocrine disruption chemical mineralization. Then we have written up what was the purpose of your study. Purpose is to deduce flexible, reliable, effective treatment method by incorporating the ozonolysis technique. Then you need to write up the problem description section, describe the problem your research project faces and how you address these problems. Is interesting to know in your article. Then you need to write up the objective of your study. Write up at least 3 to 5 points, and each point should not be more than 15 words long. Then you need to write up the materials and methods you used. And it is good to uh, refer few references in support of your materials and methods. Then you need to write up the results and discussion section. Results and discussion section is the heart of your study. So the more nicely you will write up your results and discussion section, the more there will be chance to get accepted article to a recognized media. Always divide your results and discussion section under few captions and fill up your text in each captions and use graphical tabular presentation of your results and discussion section with logical scientific interpretation. This is very important. Then after results and discussion, you need to write up the conclusion section. Always start writing conclusion by introducing some interesting words to attract the attention of your readers, and end up conclusion section by writing the future direction of your work. This is how a published journal articles look like, and the second articles was written in the same way but on different topics. For example, first we have written up the title, then we have written down abstract. It was followed by keywords, then introduction, problem description, objective of study, methods, results and discussions, and finally conclusion. And after conclusion, don't forget to write up references according to this guide format. Each journal have its own format of writing up references. So review the journal and write up reference accordingly, and refer those references in the text according to the prescription of the journal. This is how a journal articles looks like. Now we are going back to our presentation section for concluding remarks. So in conclusion, we can say that journal publication provides recognition of your work. It works as a reference. It's a means of communication and circulation, and it gives you authentication and validation of your work, and it also reward you with quality accomplishment. Remember, here we are to support you at every step. If you need assistance with any part of writing, don't hesitate to reach out. Let's get transforming your research work into a published article. And so far, we have helped almost 30 students to get their work published in different journals. And 10 more articles are ready to be published. This he accepted, and now I'm moving the typesetting and edition to the journal. But journal publication is not that much tricky. You are doing many courses, you study, and you have the right competence and right knowledge to write up in your area of competencies. Now you are studying at Atlantic International University, and Atlantic International University is providing you help to get your work published. It is providing you with editorial help, and it is providing you with financial help in terms of your processing cost from your tuition fees. So don't miss this opportunity. Uh, as an student of Atlantic International University, we encourage every student to write up at least one article from your area of competency where you can publish it in a recognized journal. Now we have reached final phase of our task. Now